Hi, my name's Amanda Easton. I'm a performer, singer-songwriter from Sydney, Australia. I make retro-inspired theatrical electronic pop. But when I'm not doing my own music, I do cabaret, cover band gigs, solo gigs, tribute shows, recording sessions. Welcome to my Circle of Light vlog. But I'll be watching you from here. Hi there, how are you? I hope you're enjoying this beautiful sunny day, which it is in Sydney. You can probably see through my skylight over there. Wherever you are, I hope you're having a lovely day. This is my video diaries number 20, which I think is worth celebrating, isn't it? I'm doing these sometimes live, not always live like this, but I'm doing these video diaries every week nowadays, and I'll either add like a new music video or a live video, something like that at the end of every second week, and the other fortnight I'll have interviews with some of the fantastic musicians and singers and musical people that I have around me. Last week was Floyd Vincent, who's such an interesting guy, and next week is going to be Craig Calhoun, who you probably know is a very well-known bass player around the traps, as well as producer, and actually one of those people that's got his fingers in a million pies. So that will be next week's. So what I do is sometimes I do them live like this, and I'll put it up on YouTube as well. So if you'd like to find out when the next vlogs are, you can subscribe at YouTube, and I'll put the link below, but it's basically youtube.com/Amanda Easton, and then it's the Circle of Light playlist, which is the name of the video diaries. So let me see. I had this realization this week that creativity is my caffeine. Because I was working away in my little office here where I am now, and I suddenly realized I had that feeling like my heart was beating, and it was a little bit like that feeling. I don't drink coffee, but I drink tea, which has caffeine in it too, of course. And you kind of get the nice shakes, you know what I mean? When you have tea or coffee or too much chocolate or too much sugar, and you kind of get that uplifted effect, which is why I think a lot of us love tea and coffee and that kind of thing, right? But I realized I hadn't had my tea. I hadn't had my 20 cups of tea or however many I have in a day. Not quite that many. But I realized I had that kind of feeling, and I thought, no, it's because I've got all these things I want to do and I'm really excited about them. And I think, you know, all the singing related stuff I do brings me that kind of uplift feeling that I also get from caffeine. So how cool is that? I thought that's a nice natural high. And you know, it's funny because when I started out, I probably did, not probably, I wanted to be a pop star, and I've always loved music, but I thought it would be, hi Lacey person, I thought it would be glamorous and exciting to be, you know, really famous, and oh my God, I'm so glad that didn't happen, because that's not the side of the work that I do that I love. In fact, I think it would be pretty horrible being too famous. And I soon realized that what I loved about what I did was actually creating stuff. And so more and more I've been getting into songwriting. I've done it from the beginning, but I love it even more as I go along. And the problem with me is I'm really slow as a songwriter, maybe in other ways, but particularly as a songwriter, I'm the slowest songwriter in the world, and I'm always judging what I'm doing. And you know, I'll start a song and then think, oh no, it's a bit rubbish, and then I'll start something else and won't finish it. But so what I do to counteract that is I try and set myself challenges, and February is the month that I do this thing called Record Production Month, RPM, which is an international thing where you challenge yourself to write and at least roughly record 10 songs. So I tried to do that in February, but life got in the way just a little bit, and I got quite a few done. But then I heard about another challenge, which is called 5 in 5 by a team called SongFancy, which is a Nashville-based group, or person at least, songwriter. And that's 5 songs in 5 days, which for a slow songwriter like me is pretty ridiculous. But I thought at least I'll jump on a couple before my gig weekend starts, and then it's a bit impossible. So I did, and I wrote 2 songs in 2 days, which might not sound amazing, but for me it's amazing. And It's exciting. It was really exciting. I got that lovely caffeine feeling rush when I was doing it. And, you know, the problem with getting a song done so quickly is it can be a bit rubbish. Basically, you don't have the time to fix and to polish and all that kind of thing. And it's not the kind of thing that I would normally share publicly. But I thought, you know what? You should. You should share the process. And I'm not even sure if I like the songs because I need the distance, and they are rough as, because I didn't have time to kind of create a whole proper demo or anything. But what happens in this 5 in 5 thing, and I'll tag that below so just in case you're interested, because it's still going for another couple of days, they give you song prompts every day and you have 24 hours to use those prompts and then, you know, upload the song. So the prompts for the second day were, one was like a theme prompt. So it was, all she wanted is to be wrapped up in flowers. The second prompt was a musical prompt, so you had to use the pentatonic, which is the 5-note scale, if you're not familiar with that word, like a kind of a blues scale, in your melody somewhere. So my chorus melody is using a pentatonic and E minor, I think it is, and the lyric could have gone anywhere you wanted with that kind of jumping off point, just as an idea. So for some reason, and I take no responsibility for the darkness in my own head, I thought of a Stepford wife type woman. So it's like someone from the 50s who was in a situation where, you know, she got married because that was what everybody did, and she was looking after her husband, and she wasn't sure if it was the life she wanted. And I kind of married that idea with an idea that I've had for a while. I wanted to write a song called Linea Nigra. And I don't know if you know what a Linea Nigra is. I only found out when I was pregnant. You get, I don't know if everyone gets, but I got, and a lot of people do get, a black line down their pregnant belly, which is amazing. The things that happen to you when you're pregnant is outrageous anyway. The things that your body does. But one of them is this black line suddenly appears down your belly. And it's like a hormonal related thing, and it's common with pregnant women. And I thought it felt like it's a line splitting you in two. And it's a little bit like when you have a child. Well, when I had a child, you kind of feel torn between two different people, because suddenly you're a mother and you have all these responsibilities to another person, but you don't go away. The person that is you is still you. And you've still got your ambitions and all the things that you wanted before. I didn't change that half of me, but there was another half, and it's kind of can be a little bit of a battle sometimes. And I think that line was kind of almost like the battle line down the middle. And so I had all these thoughts about that, and imagining this Stepford type wife trying to be this really good domesticated person, which kind of is the opposite of what I am, because I'm a rubbish cook and I don't keep a clean house and all those things that Stepford wives are meant to be. So there's not much of me in this story, or maybe there is. And she's kind of wrestling with the good and the evil within her almost. So, oh my goodness, all of this came out of all she wanted was to be wrapped up in flowers, this prompt. So I wrote this song, and, you know, because you don't have time to judge it, because you have 24 hours to come up with the ideas, the lyrics, the melody, the whole thing. So I've done this song, and I've called it Linea Nigra. And I don't even know if I like it yet. It's quite dark, and all it is a bass, as in, you know, that I played it on my keyboard because I don't have a real bass, just to give me the key, and a bit of a drum loop. So it's really sparse, and it's not the way it is now is not the way it will end up being if I end up taking it further. And I did one quick vocal because it took ages to come up with the song, so I only had a limited time to record it. And I'm going to put it all as part of my vlog. So if you want to hear what I'm talking about and you want to have a little peek into the darkness, because it's a dark song inside my mind, then please go to the vlog. I'm going to upload it probably in a couple of hours, so it'll be up on the YouTube site. So yeah, that's what I've been doing this week, which is really exciting. I hope you've had a good week too. So please also, I wanted to let you know that please sign up to my email if you haven't already, because I'm giving away a free bundle of music. So basically 3 of my most popular singles. So jump on there. You can do that either at my website, which is amandaeaston.com, or there's a link at the top of my Facebook page as well. So if you're already on the list, then you should have already received that music bundle. If you haven't, just send me a note to say, hey, where are my songs? And I will send them to you anyway. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube thing while you're there if you'd like to hear more updates. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will post my weird dark song.
She's got that perfect skin. It's overrated. She knows her edges are serrated. How she's created, like a porcelain doll, frozen syrupy sweet, like the dishes that are shattered at her delicate feet. Do you see her? All your suburban desire. Sometimes she would rather run straight for the fire. Fill up my cup to the linea negra and follow me down. Or you could wrap me up in a cloak full of flowers. Lay me down on the ground. It's hard to live like this, with this hunger. She'll be the bamboo to your thunder, not going under. If you tie her up in those apron strings, you'll never get to hear the song her heart wants to sing. Do you see her? Butterfly wings. Sometimes she believes that her jail is her ring. Fill up my cup to my linea negra and follow me down. Or you could wrap me up in a cloak full of flowers. Lay me down on the ground. Fill up the cup to my linea negra and follow me down. Or you could wrap me up in a cloak full of flowers. Lay me down on the ground. Lay me down and follow me down. Lay me down. Or you could fill up the cup to my linea negra and follow me down.